How are we today? It's just Stipe back here to do another pre-workout review. For today, we've got EHPLabs and we've got their pre-workout called Pride. Just a little background on this pre-workout. It's, from my knowledge at least, it's a collaboration with EHPLabs, which is, I'm pretty sure, an Australian company. I could be wrong on that one. I know they're huge over here in Australia. And a YouTuber by the name of Zach Perner. I don't know too much about him. I watched a couple of videos. He seems to be just like a stereotypical content creator, meal preps, workout guide, and everything like that. All right, first and foremost, what I will say about this pre-workout is just it has an amazing design. Like that is just, I don't know how well you can see this, but it's got this beautiful kind of black matte look on it that's finished and gold writing and Pride. And then you've got like a red line here, and that's kind of going in theme with the strawberry snow cone. From memory, every flavor, if it's like a blueberry one, frozen cone or whatever it is, it's got that type of look for it. So yeah, it's like a really, really lovely looking box, which doesn't surprise me because if you're going to make kind of like a mass produce pre-workout that anyone can buy, you kind of want to make it stand out because half of the purchase is pretty much what the visual representation of it is, because most people don't really even know what's in there, don't really even care. Usually I do the flavor, but I'm going to leave that one actually more towards the end because it's a really, really weird one to me. It's a fascinating one, I would actually say. Let's go through the label. Alrighty. So you've got your skin splitting off the bone pumps. And just for reference, it is a 2-scoop pre-workout, one of those 40-20s. It's always 20 for me because the 1 scoop is just so small that you may as well have a coffee, and it's roughly 18.7 grams. All right, skin splitting off the bone pumps. L-citrulline at 5 grams. Nice, could be a bit higher, but you know, it's L-citrulline, I like it. You've got nitrosogene, which I love that ingredient. I like it just in general. This is one of those ingredients that to me is a bit of a jack of all trades. It helps with pumps. I like it for cardiovascular sports, so I'll tend to use pre-workouts that have this type of ingredient in there for when I'm doing my combination of weightlifting, bodybuilding, and then cardio in regards to boxing or treadmill, whatever it is. You got betaine and hydrous at 1 gram. I prefer it to be higher. Good for power output, etc. Now, I'm not going to bother really going through the recovery essential amino acids. I've got nothing against CAAs. If you want essential amino acids, fantastic, you know, but to me, they're a separate thing. I don't take a pre-workout for my EAAs, just each their own, but yeah, I just think it's almost a pointless thing to put in there. I'd rather creatine monohydrate in my pre-workout than I would EAAs, but it is what it is, it's there, you know. And then we've got the Pentafine 5-stage energy, which is, it's got 6 ingredients in there, which is, you know, whatever, but it's got natural bitter orange extract, so I guess they wouldn't classify that for it. But it's just their own patented 5-stage energy release, which seems corny, but we'll get to the effects eventually and we'll see if it actually works. You got caffeine and hydrous at 200 milligrams, which I like. I don't want any more really than 200, especially if you're going to mix it with, you know, decaffeine malate, green tea, coffee extract, etc. Then you got infant energy decaffeine malate at 100 milligrams, another nice dosage. Green coffee extract 50 milligrams. Innova tea, that's just green tea extract at 50 milligrams, yerba mate at 50 milligrams, and natural bitter orange extract at 100 milligrams. This actually sounds pretty nice to me. I know there's that combination of caffeine citrate, which is good, but I've noticed that when you do caffeine citrate and caffeine anhydrous, it smacks you way too fucking hard. Like it just, for me, it's an each to their own. But I'd much prefer decaffeine malate at a high dosage and just have that smooth tapering off energy. All right, then we've got their focus. Fuck, that's a bit lame, isn't it? So you got skin splitting off the bone pumps, you got Pentafine 5-stage energy, and then for their focus stuff, it's just focus. Could not be fucking bothered thinking of a name for it, just batshit boring focus. All right, you got L-tyrosine at 1 gram, underdosed, really, you know, not much else to say. Same with taurine at 500 milligrams. You got Serenade at 100 milligrams. Serenade is one of those jack of all trades ingredients. There is some research behind it helping with like some type of mental kind of performance in terms of learning, recovery, concentration, etc. Look, one thing I'll tell you about a lot of these ingredients are they sound very similar in terms of what they do, and it's all about how well they're used together and how well they work for you. Simple as that. Alrighty, that's the label. The label sounds okay at best. It's clearly a daily driver. This is not like a sting junkie, off your tits type of pre-workout, nor should it be. You need a daily driver in your system, otherwise, you're not getting everything you need. You'll probably be fucking wearing yourself out, having too much DMA, caffeine, etc. Alrighty, now, the flavor. So I've got the strawberry snow cone here. The one thing that confused the living fuck out of me is when this was first advertised, everything about this was, oh my god, the flavors are out of this world. Like, they're out of this world. So my first try, I put in the 2 scoops. I shake it up properly and everything. I take a sip and I'm like, wow, this is really nice. It actually honestly has like a snow cone taste, which I don't know how they officially create that, but I guess in this day and age of the technology and everything, they can do it. So you get the snow cone strawberry taste and you're thinking, man, this is awesome. And then you get slapped with what is the most bitter aftertaste that I've ever had in a pre-workout. That was a surprise because I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if that's, I know that I've had an EAA from Black Magic before, which tasted like pure dog shit. So I don't know if it's essential amino acids have some type of that bitter taste. But it was really, really odd. I've heard people talk about, oh my god, this pre-workout's bitter, it's this, it's that, but this shit's next level bitter. Like I have really poor taste buds. So I'm not the best at gauging flavors because, for instance, I had Double Impact by Apollo Nutrition, and everyone I had try that said it's the most disgusting thing they have ever tried. I had one person vomit. I had my cousin who took 20 minutes to drink it. He couldn't even scull it. It was that bad. For me, it was fine. I was like, oh, it's decent. So I'm not the best judge of flavor. But this shit's fucking bitter. If they could remove that element from it, this would be a fantastic tasting pre, like one of the better ones. But boy, that's like batshit bad. So yeah, it is what it is type of thing, I guess. All right, on to the effects. What would I say about the effects? I actually think the label didn't do the justice to the pre-workout. I feel like the pre-workout was actually better than what the label represents. When I looked at this, I was like, most things seem to be a bit underdosed. I like the caffeine element, and I will admit, the caffeine element seems to be something decent. It's a very smooth, there's no smashing you with the caffeine, citrate caffeine, and hydrous type of, faster acting. I like the fact that there's no beta-alanine. Each their own. I think beta is a bullshit ingredient. I don't hate it, but I don't think 3.2 is anywhere near the clinical dosage that they say it is. I think it's absolute nonsense. I don't find any extra reps or any bullshit like that. And I don't know why somebody needs to feel a tingle and a weird allergic effect to work out. I just don't get that. I'm like, I love working out. I don't need to be scratching my asshole to want to work out. It is what it is. The caffeine, it was actually really nice. It was smooth. Tapered off after about an hour and a half. Kind of exactly what you want from a daily driver. And this is something you can take after 5 p.m. The focus was decent. It wasn't good, but it was decent. And the pumps were actually somehow better than I thought they would be. There isn't much here for pumps, but I guess the L-citrulline and nitrosogene did its job. I tried it also with hydraulics, 1 scoop of hydraulics, and it worked really, really well. Really well. The pumps were out of this world. Now, admittedly, to me, whenever I take hydraulics, that's just a pump formula that seems to work for me. Alrighty, would I recommend this pre-workout? If I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't. I wouldn't not recommend it because it's bad. I wouldn't recommend it for 2 main reasons. I don't believe that a daily driver pre-workout should ever be a 20/40. I get if you're doing the more expensive ingredients and 25-gram scoops, but when you're doing an 18-gram scoop, which is quite a bit, but don't forget there's essential amino acids in there, which to me is kind of like a filler, you need to be a 30 scoop pre-workout. If this was 30 scoops and they took out the they took out the essential amino acids and they added in just a little bit more pump, maybe a gram of agmatine sulfate, an extra gram of citrulline malate. Honestly, I think this will be a fantastic pre-workout. Like as a daily driver, but they'd also have to fix that bitter taste because that shit's out of control. I haven't tried the other flavors. I can't comment on that. But purely on this one, it's just so bitter. You can give it a shot if you'd like. I know it's very popular over here in Australia and I think in America as well. But I wouldn't recommend it over something, like Hooligan, ABE, Genetics. Like there's so many great daily drivers that I just think this one falls short. But it could be worked on if they came up with a Pride too. All right. Hope you enjoyed that review. I've got a bunch more coming out. A bunch more. I think I've got an order of like 6 different subs coming in soon, which I got for a decent bargain. Remember, I pay all of this with my own money, so you're gonna get 100% honesty. Like I don't give a fuck what brand it is. I'm not affiliated with anyone. So if I like it, I like it. If I don't type of thing. Me and my dude, Supplement Throwdown, will be doing a podcast soon. If you have any questions you want to ask for it, we'll be covering, a bunch of different topics, whether it's our all-time favorite pre-workouts that kind of failed when we thought they'd deliver. We'll be talking about MMA. We'll be talking about training. We'll be talking about supplements in terms of protein powders, etc. It can be anything and everything. We'll be hoping you guys tune in for that. All right. Peace out and have a lovely day.